It's so cold, but I still need this.
You've probably seen Koreans like walking around in a thick puffer jacket like while holding an iced Americano in a freezing cold winter. Like, well, in here it's like summer in here, but it must be really cold and Seoul is like well known to freezing weathers, but still people are like holding an iced Americano or iced long black. So I'm gonna let you know why we do that. Like, there's like even phrase called 얼주가. It means like 얼어 죽어도 아이스 아메리카노, which literally means I'd rather freeze to death than give up my iced Americano. And we just call it AA because it's kind of like shortened term like for means iced Americano. And well, it sounds a bit dramatic, but Koreans really love it, and I think it's kind of a part of Korean coffee culture. And here's main reason behind it. It's all about history, culture, and also psychological things. Historically, Korean culture has long believed the idea of balancing internal heat and coldness. So there's like two things. Like for example, when it's like hot summer, we eat samgyetang to treat the heat. It's called 이열치열. And sometimes we just eat a lot of like, and the opposite one is called 인행진행, which means like you are like basically treating cold with cold. So we eat a lot of like ice cold noodles, which is called naengmyeon in Korea. So it's like in philosophy, like feeling refreshed. It isn't about the temperature of the drink itself. It's about how your body feels after drinking it. So like people say, 시원하다. Like you kind of use it in both ways. It feels just feelings refreshed, not the temperature itself. Three kingdoms, like 삼국사기. Mentions an official ice storage facility in 505 AD, and also in Joseon Dynasty, the royal court built 석빙고. It's like a stone ice storage chambers to preserve winter ice for summer. And then like before modern refrigerators, people even cut ice from hot river for food preservation. See, we are so passionate. And iced coffee became a symbol of like modern youth culture. Like, well, I wasn't even born at that time, but modern form of iced coffee in Korea, it dates back to the early 20th century. So during the Japanese colonial era, cafes and dabang is like a coffee or tea house that appealed in Seoul, offering new modern drinks like iced coffee. So young men and women like who were known as like modern boys, modern girls, embraced the iced coffee like as a symbol of freedom, romance, and new culture. So like there's an even article about it like in 1930 that like poked poked fun at young couples enjoying iced coffee on dates like in dabang. So it's like it wasn't just a drink, it represents a lifestyle and a statement of youth. So it's tied to the Koreans 빨리빨리 culture. Well, you might heard of it. Like if you are ever been to Korea, you might know it's super fast. Everything is like open 24/7, and whatever you want, you will get it like in a really like fast speed. It's super quick. Like it's and also like Korea's work culture like has been always like fast, efficient, and productivity driven. So iced Americano or iced long black fits perfect. So that's why like iced Americanos or like iced long black like fits perfect. You know what I mean? They are quick to drink, no waiting for them to cool down, or like, you know, also caffeine absorbs faster when it's cold. And like it gives you this sharp and immediate like wake up call. You know what I mean? Like I love that feeling too, like when it hits your throat, it feels like it's refreshed. And it gives you the energy to start the day. Like, and when it's hot, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is not coffee, but anyway, you have to like wait, but Korea's culture is kind of not that way. Even like, you know, the culture is more relaxed today, and there are a lot of coffee lovers who like enjoys it with more like coffee aromas and scents, but you know, the habits still remain strong. Like I'm such a coffee lover, and my mom and dad are also caffeine addicts, coffee lovers. They do enjoy like when it's hot because aromas are like much stronger when it's hot, but I don't know, somehow I love the acidity of the coffee, I love the aromas of coffee, but still like I have a tendency to always choose the cold ones for morning. It gives you the, it makes me feel like refreshed. So anyway, so many Koreans like iced Americano isn't just a drink. I think it's a kind of ritual, or like it represents a lot of like culture values actually. So it, and also it tastes like clean and simple, and it's refreshing, it's not heavy, and it's also comforting. So that's why I think we still hold iced Americano even for like super cold weather. Like I'm wearing like 3 layers in Korea, and then I still choose to go for that one. And another thing that surprises a lot of you is how Korean summers and winters are extremely intense. So it's like we have very clear seasons. Summer is like very hot and humid, and winter is like freezing cold. Like it's super cold in Seoul. Like so because of that, most of the buildings or like the houses in Korea have a great heating and cooling system. So like for example, even in the middle of the winter, like it's snowing and below 0 outside, if you go into the inside, it's pretty hot. Like for example, in indoors, you can just wearing a t-shirt and it works fine with that. Like, and it's totally normal sometimes. So for example, when I go to like office in the winter, I wear a lot and it's like freezing cold outside. But the moment I stepped in the cafe or like in the office, I would be sweating like in a short sleeves top. So like buying an iced Americano or iced long black and walking into the heated building, so it doesn't feel cold at all. So probably that's one of the reasons too. Yeah, because of the indoor temperature, it's like a typical Korean office or like classroom situations that we have like always back and forth, like, oh, it's too hot, like, oh, like, you know, I can't breathe in here. And then like the other says, no, it's still cold, like it's winter, like something like that. And okay, and one more thing is a lot of another thing is that Korean cafes like usually sell like very sweet and rich dessert. Like they have all good pastries and cakes, and even bread are pretty sweet. So I think personally like this like clean and like a little bit of a bitter taste of an iced Americano, like it pairs perfectly. Like yeah, it goes really well with them. So I really love those like perfect combos. So yeah, that could be one of the reasons too. So like when you put all of it together, now it might make sense that why we are obsessed and why we love that. So long story short, it's not about temperature, it's about the feeling. So please let me know if you have any more questions. And yeah, thank you.